Today we'll be taking the video on how to overcome self-doubt, which was written by Napolean Hill. Uh, Self-confidence ka formula. Sorry, cut it. So what did you think like I'm lacking in that last video? So do you think like I'm lacking in self-confidence, isn't it? So in this video, we'll be talking about the book which was written by Napolean Hill on the topic how to overcome self-doubt and Napolean Hill's self-confidence formula. So now we will get into that video. So today, one of the most widespread illnesses in the world is a lack of self-confidence, which is to blame for the widespread helplessness, a lack of self-control, aimlessness, procrastination, and despair that characterize human culture. So before getting into the video, what do you mean by self-confidence? So self-confidence is an attitude about our skills and abilities. It means you accept and trust yourself and have a sense of your control in your life. The self-confidence formula of Napoleon Hill permits you to increase your self-confidence by putting Hill's method for managing your thoughts into practice. So by putting these ideas into the practice, you will not able to think and act at the higher level, attracting opportunities and increasing your influence and forging relationships, but you will be able to successfully implement these core characteristics others. So in this book, it gives you the keys to success and fulfillment by equipping you to unlearn fears, insecurities, and limitations acquired in childhood and adolescence, condition your mind to believe in the certainty of your success, take bold, confident action on your defined chief aim, conquer your inferiority complex through the mastermind principle, build the self-reliance and self-esteem of today's youth. There are 5 formulas to boost your self-confidence, which was given by the Napoleon Hill. The first one, I know that I have the ability to achieve the object of my definite purpose. I therefore demand myself persistent, continuous action towards the attainment, and I here now promise to render such action. So what does it mean? So it is important for you to determine what it is that you want to become in your life, because when you create that vision or when you determine or your number one chief aim that you want to move towards, then this self-confident formula will come into your life. Why so? Because if you know where you are going, then it's easier to take inventory of yourself on the area that you want to optimize on. So now we'll move on to the next point. Okay, so now we'll move on to the next formula, how to boost your self-confidence. The second point was, the dominating thoughts of my mind eventually reproduce themselves in outward physical action and gradually transform themselves into a physical reality. So therefore, I'll concentrate my thoughts for 30 minutes daily upon the task of thinking of a person that I want to become. Then, therefore, creating in my mind a clear mental picture of that particular person or what I want to become. So we'll see what it is. So what does it mean? The identify how you believe in yourself is to be how you are going to navigate reality. It is going to determine the actions that you take and the quality and the caliber and the magnitude of the action that you take. It is also mentioned going to determine when you attract into your life and the kind of feeling that you go about navigating the reality to bring forth feeling materializes into the external world. Thoughts materialize into the things that you thought and given your action, and what we want to do is operate from a higher level of self-confidence. What we do, we concentrate on the self-image, how we see ourselves, how we imagine ourselves to be. The one of the things that you could do create is a vision board in which you take a collage of different looks and experiences and forth, while you can visually conduct in your imagination the ideal person that you would like to become, and dedicate every single day to look at the vision board and not just look at the passively but emotionally and visualize yourself that wish to be fulfilled. What do? We do concentrate on the self-image, how we see ourselves, how we imagine ourselves to be. One of the things that you could do to create a vision board in which you can take a collage of different look and experience and so forth, where you can visually construct in your imagination the ideal person that you would like to become and dedicate time every single day to look at that vision board and not just look at passively but emotionalize and visualize yourself living that wish fulfilled. Now we'll move on to the third point, how to boost your self-confidence. So now we'll talk about the third point, how to boost your self-confidence. So I know through the theory of auto-suggestion, any desire that I can persistently hold in my mind will eventually seek some expression through some practical means of obtaining the object or position that I desire. So what does it mean? So any information that you consume repeatedly over and over again, it will program your subconscious mind, that is known as auto-suggestion. Intentionally consuming information over and over again, affirming affirmation statements or using something that I talked about in my subconscious mind, for example training program, or watching the video over and over again, or taking a piece of content that is really powerful, that is going to infuse in your high degree of self-confidence, and listening it over and over again, that is auto-suggestion is going to do or go in your subconscious mind and alter the way you navigate reality. So now we'll talk about the fourth point. So here I have clearly written down a description of my definite chief aim, and I will never stop lying about until I develop sufficient self-confidence for its attainment. So what does it mean? If we put ourselves in the feeling and the vibration of the self-confidence that mirrors the vision of what we want to create, we want to feel in alignment with that. So it is when we feel in alignment with that, through the vision of self-confidence, the optimal behaviors, the optimal action, the right scenarios, the people will mirror and the vision will materialize. But if you have got the right scenarios, the people will mirror and the vision will materialize. Got to be so clear what is your definite chief aim, what is your vision that you are looking to create, and you have to make a commitment to yourself that you will never stop trying till it's materialized by risking yourself up to the level of self-confidence. That is a mirror reflection of equivalent of that visual representation, whether it is in your imagination or on your vision board. So now we will move on to the last point, how to boost your self-confidence. So here I'll sign my name to this formula, commit to memory, and repeat it aloud once a day in a full faith that it will gradually influence my thought and action, so I'll become a self-reliant and successful person. So what does it mean from this point? So if you take this formula and you reflect it upon what we have discussed and you put it into the practice, and what you will start to notice in your self-confidence will go up, and you will start to notice people, environment, circumstances that will be in alignment with your vision. You will notice yourself taking optimal action. When you repeat this process over and over again, your self-confidence will rise up to the level that is in alignment with your vision, and it will materialize. I have ever done this over and over again. So now we will talk about what makes someone to put low in self-confidence. What do you think? So fear is the most important thing that will make someone to put it in low confidence. So we all face some kind of fear almost in every sphere of our daily life. Maybe it's personal life or maybe a professional life. So for example, if you take the fear of cooking, a distasteful food is one of the fear, and fear of facing your father or your boss or your teacher, fear of failing in exam, fear of failing in job interview, fear of rejection by a boy or a girl, and so on. So there are endless fear which will creep in our mind on a daily basis, and this monster does not let us sleep peacefully in the night. So to conquer your fear, first of all, you will have to accept it and recognize it. It's like when you have a physical infection, you will take medicine to eliminate it, right? Similarly, fear is a psychological infection that needs a psychological medicine to be treated. Few insights into the human behavior suggest that fear stems from worry, tension, panic, anxiety, procrastination, etc. So these factors clutch us and pull us down to a life full of failures and disappointments. Fear is not something that cannot be conquered. Confidence can be built over a period of time. All we have to do is just do the things mindfully and enthusiastically. So don't fear, don't panic, just be happy, be humble, and most importantly, be grateful. So I hope that you will apply all the important formulas to boost your self-confidence and how to overcome this fear by the tips that I gave you in this video. Thank you.